Newton.
General.
Ma yenjum kakra.
Yes, General. Yes, summing up the season throughout games are both teams and be a bob now picking out few things now and discussing General on the screen no. Yanti can analyze the host team Hasselhoff and defensive strength how generally throughout the season transition back into more defensive blocks. And at this point, allow this was a game I played against Ashgold and Osha from midfielder Emerson Chroma covering about 60 yards and on a 4 steps per second, Jano man travel into the attack. And this is Hasselhoff, more drop here by each. Sometimes you really need to find out more concentration, especially in defensive transitions. More opponent in Kromuna and more back into their blocks. How more organize your to be an them. They try to create a lot of holes. At this point, also my jai Isaac Opoku say on try no view where Obetimi sending a very good cross and Obetimi understanding Emerson Chroma continues to move from center midfield into the defensive line of Hasselhoff without taking much notice of the players' positioning and the movement. And this is Hasselhoff. Usually, say no now an attacker and I say your position you take certain clue out of it, and this is it. Usually, say also Hasselhoff from this point from a throw in and Ombelusu born in right in their midfield. And the Badasana defensively more try some better transitioner. And they left one single defender at their back line from a throw in for Hasselhoff. And Omalusu born and defensively they couldn't recover. 3 defenders in the HOC but at this point, and I tell who say on Brown, I say the defender James who say on no cover set or say movement, and I say on train attack. And this is Hasselhoff in defensive transition. Usually, Omulusu born in midfielder. How to recover no general yana sempa and a B and a screen so against Ashgold. Obetimi pick a lot of samples where defensive blocks were cut down, were broken down into pieces. Oh, Hasselhoff team Omulusu ball in the final third trying to recover. No more spaces in more BA for the opposition. Also, be a left back, and a right back, and they create a lot of loopholes within their back line, and say, share screen as well. These are some of the situations Hearts would have to deal with, especially playing against a very, very good opposition. And share defensive organization, it raises a lot of questions against Wafa. 2 attackers of Wafa. Now count how many players of Hasselhoff can watch. This is against WAC of Morocco. They went to press, but not pressing comparatively. Elifie Hasselhoff backline in exposure. And at this point, WAC, it will create a chance. It creates a lot of panic on attack. And similar situation, how to create contact situations for Hasselhoff a problem. How to press in compact issues. Kofi Kojim Kwane pressing. And they sent the ball back to the WAC goalkeeper. And that long ball broke down the whole Hasselhoff defensive structure and it raised a lot of questions. Say, but against a counter-attacking team, so look at it. From a 4-2-4, a 4-3-3, none of the structures they cater for Hasselhoff, especially without the ball. And they conceded by pressing. Ball no. Now, how can you concede? But Hasselhoff conceded from this situation. General, you move on to Hasselhoff midfield, how the shape has always been. The diamond formation are very consistent from last season, but on this occasion, we want some more 3 midfielders: Awako, Ushao, Abu, and our midfielder, and of course Salifu. Usually, also when you have diamond where you have 4 midfielders, try to create a lot of strength in midfield. Ushao Abu, one solid midfielder, Amokofane Fibrikum Chelsea by trying to plant his feet within the Hasselhoff setup, and that is a diamond now. The diamond means they have a number 10 all stay just ahead of 3 central midfielders. Bet to me a transition between the attack and the midfield. And Sebastian Moboti, a 3-man midfielder, very dominant. If Kotoko wants to take control of the midfield, has to the diamond bar, I think they should also try to, equalize that same tactical shape. Other than that, Se has about the diamond that they love to control the game in midfield. They love to have a lot of dominance. And this is Wafa, a very possessive side, possessive dominant side Wafa. But Hasselhoff they try to take every control. And this is Sugakope. And I'm the diamond Nokoye. They love it whenever they don't have the ball. But General, I'm asking a lot of questions. So Hasselhoff a defender, you really need to understand there are certain things they need to do. I'm midfield me and the one where they fell so deep into the blocks, but midfield is off. The awareness level no the 0 because ball never drop it or more intimate. We need to see change Hasselhoff midfield not our principal. They love the marking schemes. They love the pressing traps. And this is what they really did against Accra Lions. Oh, Premier League, and I know every single option for Accra Lions has been closed down by Hasselhoff. And you know what screen is beautifully lined. A more good structure in midfield. A more custom press will create a lot of chances. They will do it. So born with Accra Lions, but why and not the bone, man. Based on the traps, Hasselhoff be press so ajibon waha. But the pressing has the advantages and then the disadvantages. Omo kono mo san kabona what really happens next. But omo sakabona dia. This is the verticality of the Hasselhoff midfield. From goalkeeper attack, omo to be breaking Ashgold midfield, and then Ansabotre under that overload 1/2, breaking the whole Ashgold spine, both midfield and the defense, with a single pass to Patrick Razak, and that was it. They created a chance out of it. So General Soma has chance to attack you or make me up on a show on any day, and this is what they've been doing a lot of often. They created a lot of situations one-on-one with Kofi Mensah. As to how potent they remain, another question, but how they created the chances was so beautiful against Ashgold. They've been doing it. And General say, okay, say, oh, Bohas for Kabaswa. Not just say, can more attack and awesome. Now let's talk about the attack. Attack now losing the spine, Kakra. Irrespective of that, they still pose a lot of danger to any opposition. So the presence of that 3-man method of Ashgold never deter Hasselhoff from creating chances. They pressed hard. They try to nullify spaces. They negate your chances. You dangerous areas in Hasselhoff would always try to negate you. They created a lot of chances out of it. For counter-attacking situations, one of the dangerous teams to deal with Hasselhoff in our league. How we create chances, how they score from the zone 14 I talked about last season. But unfortunately, they lost one key man in Neti. But Sule Muntari, Yenimobia, between from distance, 60 meters, 50 meters, 40 meters around the zone 14. Sule is always the man to go for. The pressing has always been the key element of Hasselhoff game. And among the force in the Baba Jibon, they free home. It be any who screen this. They left that 3-man midfield away and a Patrick at Tia any panel apart. So General, Osha has defense. Eko see more attack here. One, more pressing, no more any ball. It's a danger for Hasselhoff. But more pressing that ball, no one can. Now Baba exposure at the more a defense. Now cause a lot of issues. We are seeing China. Kotoko na on any bonus so no General and the defense that is so quickly. Yeah, sure Kotoko defense and also at the back game and how Kotoko can stay in the game while Brad General won't consider so much goals and answer so many goals from Hasselhoff, because as we all know, Kotoko airboat game now you can't certain play certain strikers once more. Not to say you can't Mbella, you can't Infege. They've taken the headlines, and this is Kotoko midfield diamond. General gave me the BFA. If Hasselhoff has to line up with that diamond midfield, Nakotoko so be lining up with that diamond midfielder, Lamte, Sharif Mohammed. I mean, you can't utility player, you can't versatility. You can't take anything away from Sharif's game. He's a number 10 today, tomorrow, who's your number 2, the next day, or a left full back. Very, very good player. And Wababe joining Kumasa and Tikoto. And of course, Obiani Mwa Blade brings on board the box to box. Last season, no can box to box midfielders too. You talk about Futu, you talk about Justice Blade. But where is Afutu? Afutu is out. Justice Blade would make headlines tomorrow. Sekotoko, Epese Omunya game no muhunuswa. They should give him the free roll. This is the Kotoko attack. Now, Kotoko attacker. Now, the details of it, the relationship between the two strikers, how the understanding between them, how or more Etimia build or more. And I keep asking questions. I see some about that. But General, we too need to change the supplies from midfield from Sharif Mohammed. And they said the whole screen. I mean, this pass is from a midfielder, and a man in this view. The pass penetrated through a solid base of 5 back for one wall with a holding midfielder just in front of them. But no, analyze this pass from a midfielder, not a number 10. How he got that connection to the attacker Mbella and the movement from Mbella, the reading of the game, how Mbella even understood. He said goalkeeper for Accra Lions, Frederick Asari BP, for him to even lobby the ball over him. I think explicitly this guy is good. And Nyame had much now say open chances be a pressing Kumasa Santiko can be dangerous. Oh, your team now pressing one because some bet me invade pressing. It be no who was screen so. Lions are pressing, but pressing and compact meant me win the ball. And right from here, 68 meters away, Augustine Japan could connect to Frank Mbella, and it was at the back of the net. Now, Osha Konafa associate go now, it would communicate to you. Let's talk about this movement between Infege and Mbella, the understanding, the distance between the two players. How did they even manage to build this? How did they even adapt to our league? How did they even adapt to Command Santikotoko? They came under intense pressure. Now, Osha Infege, 2 of them need a Makiomo. Now, yet they are building a chance out of this. In fact, they for born on the thinking, they say, because on Shane Bella will join any. But you know, instinctively, he understands the movement of the partner, and also he is keeping focus on baby born yet or the born in Bella. This is the sort of understanding House of Folk would be dealing with. They have to cater for the two players. They can't cater for one. Cater for the two. Don't forget this league, the most best distant shooter, Richmond Lamptey. The closest around the area was shooting may be about 30 something yards. From any angle, any distance, Richmond Lamptey can go. So closing these two players ain't enough for us. Richmond Lamptey can also attack and do you more damages. Let's talk about Kotoko midfield, what they bring on board. A very, very dangerous situation. Either they are going for the diamond midfield 4 with a number 10 at the tip of 3 central midfielders, or they are going for a 3-man midfield. And we have another question to ask. So, Abuadu or Hagadas, or Justice Billy, or Sheriff Mohammed, and of course, or Lamptey. Which 3 are you playing? Or are you playing all the 4? It's a tactical question to Ogum. But the 4-3-3 has been very consistent to team from say Asante Kotoko. Now look at it. After say wonders in this ball, you really need to understand the midfielders have to drop and shield the back line. Or man dropping in term general. This is a sort of concentration you need in big games. Against one, there's something cut off. So 3-man midfield no in 4-3-3, but 3 no are off. So Wonders really attacked just the back line. And the Banasanwa, Abalora and Timian save this situation. Even the 2 defenders have been taken away. This is the sort of the situations Kotoko would have to deal with. Midfielders, their presence should be felt. And Abalora full screen. So to understand this, the line was played onside. But how to nullify those little chances of position in Benyano? Kotoko and deal with her. Playing on a counter-attacking situation, Hasefo can always punish you. Let's talk about this particular map. Kotoko et me tackle presso pa. And usually it's a share chance here Clinton upon equity. There is a particular build-up progression map a wall screen. And it involves certain players. So Clinton upon has taken off. Sorry, Isaac upon who do me that say. Now, General, look at the map on your screen. This has been very consistent. Fabio Gama won't be, Lamptey won't be, and you have Mudasiru. This is a progressive map for Kotoko. The born neighbor Ukrumwa. The map will be to me who say, this is what is on your screen. So, irrespective of one the some one Nipami and some the map is always working in the 4-3-3. To say the whole screen. They've been creating a lot of chances. Kotoko don't usually score from the goalkeeper. They score from midfield. It means the creativity is central. It is the nucleus of their team. So if you want to deal with Kotoko, deal with the midfield. And in the whole screen. From 8 seconds, Azekopon could score from a chance created through pressing. So if you want to evade, if you want to nullify Kotoko, deal with the midfield first before beginning attackers. They have a very strong team, General. Defensively, my problem, and it's a House of Folk, it may consider what area a lot. The same happen in the repeated screen within the area. House of Folk consider say from crosses, say from long balls within the area. House of Folk consider now for Kotoko to concede. Not usually a counter attacking. Counter in the favor Barney, counter in the favor Kofi Kojimu energy, counter in the favor Isaac Mesa. I think this game, if you really want to understand certain things, so when you're a prediction writer, maybe you better game Nikakra. But from the blast of the whistle, Tony Montana say, game we will not try. Your far prediction, try.
The moment push you.
General, my shadow mabu bena chapu.
All right. Marijata, Newton Latte. Okay. Before